with another video. So I've been doing short hauls, as you all know, so I wanted to talk about like how that's going and how I put this together. But first and foremost, I know that a lot of people are getting into the game and, you know, starting their trucking companies and stuff like that. So please, like I say, email me if you're looking for 2 insurance companies. I only have 2. These are the ones that I've been dealing with and the ones that I know that people actually been contacting, and they're able to get insurance because they've been getting crazy rates and stuff like that. But the 2 that I have, the feedback for one of them that I use myself personally, and the other one I've been getting good feedback. You know, just do your due diligence and kind of like do some comparison when it comes to insurance. Email me, I'll send those over to you, as long with factoring and fuel cards and stuff like that. Also too, factoring, I want to say this real quick. When you are factoring your loads, right, the company that I use when I factor my loads, you only need 2 documents. I say this all the time. You need the rate confirmation and you need proof of delivery. And proof of delivery is just the paper that you get when you sign for the load. When you pick it up, they give you a copy. Once you deliver the load, right, they sign, the receiver signed a copy of that and give it back to you. Now when it's time for you to turn that into factoring so you can get paid, usually the next day. So you turn in this information to your factoring and the money's in your account the next day. So some people have been not paying attention. So if you end up with the wrong POD for some reason, like let's say the shipper made a mistake, gave you the wrong paperwork, or let's say they made a simple mistake and put the wrong date on it, like the wrong delivery date, like it's the 25th but they put the 24th on it. It's going to look like you delivered the load late. So when you're submitting your paperwork, make sure all the documents are correct, make sure everything is signed and everything is correct, because it's going to take you 2 or 3 days to get paid, because now the factory company is going to want to verify that that load is good. You're going to run into certain things, like especially when, you know, the receiver, you know, cut off part of the bill. Like when it be stapled together, they may only give you the top copy, and if it say, you know, 1 out of 4 copies and you only submit the 4th page, you know, they're going to want to verify that information. Is going to delay your payment. So just keep that in mind, that when you're factoring your loads and stuff like that, make sure everything is correct on your end, and that would, you know, limit the delay, or, you know, help you get paid when you're supposed to get paid, rather than you getting paid for a mistake that you could have easily, you know, picked up for yourself. Making sure that you have all the papers. If it's 4 copies, you want to turn in 4 copies. All right, so that's that. Now I've been running these short hauls, right? So this particular load that I want to talk about, this is a scenario and an example of things that can happen, especially, you know, when you're doing these things and you're dealing with brokers, because no matter what type of relationship you built with them, let's say the guy that you normally deal with is off, you know, you can deal with some people that come in the next day that don't know nothing that's going on with the load. And I say that to say this. So I'm picking up a load, right? It's a short load, picking up here where I'm at, going to Savannah, Georgia. And I'm gonna put this up on a screenshot just to give you guys can kind of follow along what I'm saying, how short the run is and what I get paid for it. So it's a deadhead, right? I have to deadhead into Savannah, Georgia to pick up this load. It's paying $450, right? So at the time, I'm only picking up this one load. I'm picking up this one load. I'm deadheading to Savannah, pick up that load, and I'm bringing it back to Savannah, right? So I pick up this load, $450, all is good, we agree. So now I delivered this load, everything went good. I got there early, loaded it pretty quick. I got back, they unloaded it pretty quick. So, you know, I'm like, okay, well, let me hit the load board and see if I can grab something else. You know, it's like 12 o'clock. You know, I can pick up another load, right? So I go on the load board and it's the same exact load that I ran. But now the load is paying $650. So it's paying $200 more. I guess they needed 2 trucks. They only gave me 1. The other truck didn't pick up the other one. So now that the load have to get picked up pretty much right now, you know, they're paying an extra $200. So that make you wonder, like, look at the money that you leave on the table. But they don't want to tell you this. They'll let you know that the load is only paying $450 because, you know, they feel like somebody's going to come along and move it cheaper or whatever. So they don't want to go up on the rate. But now I guess when you catch them in these scenarios, or they're going to pay extra money when they could have probably just paid you that all along. Or they could have simply called me and said, hey, I got another one, do you want to run it? So anyway, so I call on a load and they said, oh yeah, we need to get that load picked up. I'll pay the posted rate. The posted rate is $650. And this is one of the main things that I want to point out in this scenario with this video, because they would actually put something different on the rate confirmation, because I was already heading back in that direction to get the load when I saw it. I'm like, okay, let me head back this way, call them on the phone. This load was only posted 1 minute ago. Oh, they need somebody to go get this, so I'm heading that way. So call them up so they can send over the rate confirmation, and the rate confirmation never comes in. So now I have to call back, right? So I call back and say, hey, I never got the rate confirmation to pick up this load. Mind you, it's the same exact load, picking up in Savannah, coming back to Savannah. Now I'm dead heading back again. So, but it all makes sense, because like I made $450 on one and $600 on the second one, because when I called back again to let them know that I didn't get the rate confirmation, he was like, oh yeah, well, you ran this load for $450. I'm like, well, you got it posted for $650. So now, if you want me to go back and get it, you know, I got time, I'll go back and get it, but I'm only gonna do it for the rate that you got posted. You got it posted, or you would have paid someone else that, so you can pay me that, right? So they're like, all right, fine, we'll send it over to you. So this sends over the rate confirmation. It's $600, not $650. So they skimped $50 off of the load and sent it to me when I saw it on the load board. The only thing that I didn't do at the time was cause once I went back to check, just to make sure I wasn't tripping, I went back to the load board. They had already took the load down. So I couldn't screenshot or whatever and say, hey, you had it posted for $650 or whatever, because they claimed, oh, now it's $600. So either way, it wasn't a big deal. I'm only going, 50 miles back, or 50 or 60 miles back up there, pick up the load. I know that it's easy on. I know that they're gonna offload it quick. So you know what? I'm not even about to call back again and argue about, $50. But, that's the scenario that I put together for that day. I was able to make, $1,050 short haul, and was done by 3:30 for that day. So just a reminder is, make sure you're checking your paperwork. Make sure that your paperwork is correct when it comes to the loads, because it's going to affect the timely manner that you get paid. Or sometimes the broker would put a different amount that you guys agreed to on the rate. And once you pick this load up and you now checking the rate confirmation, you want to read that. Read the rate confirmation. Make sure that the rate is on it. That's what a rate confirmation is. The rate confirmation is going to have the agreed amount that you agreed to pick that load up for. And then when you get to the shipper, make sure they give you the paperwork with the correct dates on them, because those are the two pieces of paper that you need to get paid. You need the rate confirmation, and you need the POD, which is whatever they give you, the bill of lading. Most of the time it's a bill of lading, and they give you a copy of it. A signed bill of lading acts as POD, proof of delivery. When it's signed, it's saying that, okay, the receiver is saying that they received a load. So you turn that into your, if you're factoring your loads, you turn it into your factoring company, and then your factoring company emails and send it over to the broker and everything like that, because they're gonna get their money back from the broker. That's how that pretty much works. But I hope you guys are doing good. I hope everything is all good, all is well. I'm actually done for the day, so I'm on the way home, and I decided to just, do something real quick, drop a video, because I know a lot of these scenarios comes up, and a lot of people don't talk about the different scenarios that happen, when you out here running your own business, or you're running your own truck, or you're owner operator, whatever. When you're booking your own loads, you're dealing with rate confirmations, you're dealing with, shippers and receivers and stuff like that. These are things that you have to, again, be mindful of. And I know in between everything that you got going on with driving the truck, making sure you're making it to these places on time and stuff like that, now at the end of all of this, you have to make sure that you have your paperwork correct. So, like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys as always for watching. If you need anything, my email will be in the description below. But till next time, see you in the next video.